Next up, we go to Washington, D.C. Mason, you're up. Go ahead, Mason.
Hi, George. Hi, Nick. How are you tonight?
Hi, Mason.
Okay. So, I was abducted in June 3rd, 1963, and they downloaded me with a lot of information, one being Executive Order 11110, which would put the Federal Reserve Bank out of business. And on June 4th, 1963, John F. Kennedy, our president, signed that executive order. And this has never been repealed. It's still valid. It will save the United States of America as we know it. As we see President Obama coming out today saying, U.S. will go bankrupt without health care. Now, Executive Order 11110 will give us silver-backed currency and will save our country. And bottom line, will stop this illegal Federal Reserve Bank from being in business. Now, chemtrails are another thing with global warming that was downloaded, and now I see it being sprayed every day. Now, this goes to an atmospheric testing called the Variable Terrain Radio Parabolic Equation Model, and VTRPE. Now, the Air Force Institute of Technology at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base is involved with this project. Now, when the aliens abducted me, they downloaded all this information. And when you talk about a savior, I feel like they have asked me to come and save our country with Executive Order 11110 and hopefully bury Satoru, this president that the people have elected, but he has not shown documentation such as his passport, his birth certificate, kindergarten records, his Occidental College records, Columbia University's records.
Okay, I think you're off topic a little bit. That happens, Nick. You know that?
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, I think, the caller made a very valid point. The fact that when his experience occurred, that it was like he felt he'd been put on a mission. And that's something that we don't just get in contactee cases, but in some abductee cases as well. The idea that, it isn't just a one-sided thing where they take us for, scientific or medical reasons or whatever, but they instill like a guiding motivation and put us on a path.
How do we know, though, that he's not like self-appointed? That he's just
well,
some guy who's got
I
his own
think
mission.
that I don't doubt that happens. I'm quite sure psychologically that has happened. I just find it very intriguing that so many people in this distinctly, I guess, specific field all felt compelled to do something because an outside force had driven them to do it. If it was one or two people, I think you could go down the self-appointed angle. But when you find a whole movement of people in cultures and countries all around the world, all being, I won't say programmed, that's a little bit too cold and clinical, but prompted and actually taking up the challenge, I find it intriguing that we have parallels with this all around the world.